Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, Hall of Fame... Oh, woo. 3, 2, 1. On today's Pardon My Take, you're not gonna cut that. Fuck you. You never fuck with me. You never fuck with me. Yeah, it's Hank just before this said, I never fuck with you. Hall of Fame week continues. Talking too fast there. Thank you, Hank. Hall of Fame week continues. Calvin Johnson on the show. We also have Mount Rushmore of cartoon characters we want to get fucked up with. We have guys on chicks. We have some tension in the room because Hank got Chick-fil-A and Billy wanted it.
Low-key, Billy wanted it.
There is a lot of tension in this room, a lot of alpha energy. But we're going to do the show, and we're brought to you by our friends at Golden Auctions. Did you collect sports cards or memorabilia as a kid? They're back in a big way. If you want some extra cash, your cards might be worth a few bucks. Now is the time to head up to your parents' attic, take out that childhood sports card collection, and see what it's worth. Golden Auctions is the leading marketplace for trading cards, collectibles, and memorabilia. We just hosted our first Golden Auctions live stream. We got a Allen Iverson rookie card, a Ray Allen rookie card. It was an awesome event. We're going to rip some more packs coming up. We had Ken Golden in studio. So we're very excited to partner with Golden Auctions, and we'll be hosting more streams later this year. To stay tuned for more card breaks, so get involved in the next auction. Bid now at goldenauctions.com. You can buy a pack of cards that we may open live on a stream. goldenauctions.com. Card collecting is just fun. Like seeing some of these rookie cards, Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, it was fun. And we got a bunch of Charles Barkley. What else did we get? Anything else?
We got Kendall Gill.
Kendall Gill.
There are a few Byron Scott.
Yep.
Detlef
Shrimp.
Derek Fisher, Rick Smits.
It was a great time. Gary Payton. I got the glove. So check it out right now. goldenauctions.com. Okay, let's go.
Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by goldenauctions.com. Go right now if you are looking to get into the card collecting world, goldenauctions.com. Today is Wednesday, August 4th, and football is back.
Let's go. This is the last show that we're going to do for the entire year before there's an NFL football game, guys.
Not only that, but there's football's back because we now have training camp fights. Training camp fights are back. The Giants all had, it sounded like the Malice at the Palace in New York today. We never got video of it, but now we're getting all these reports of fights. People, there was a player on the Panthers who got waived because he went headhunting in practice.
Wait, though. But on the Giants fight, Daniel Jones was at the bottom of the pile. Daniel Jones, which some people are saying that's awesome. Daniel Jones, he's a fighter. He's shown that he can be more than just a Brooks Brothers ride. But I actually think the other way around. I say that I don't think that the New York Giants are tough enough if their quarterback is thinking that he's even able to swing on him.
He might have just been caught under, I would imagine Daniel Jones is just looking the other direction. And almost like a cartoon, it just ate him up.
So one of the giant balls of dust that's spinning around.
A tumbleweed.
And they got him on the blind side, and then he fumbled.
Side note, tumbleweed are actually very dangerous. We hit a tumbleweed. Hank and I hit a tumbleweed when we were driving through New Mexico with the bus. And it was a fucking big ass. It's like a tree.
They're pretty big, but if you have a car, you just hit it.
Yeah, but they'll fuck your car up a little bit.
Yeah, you got to watch out. The armadillos.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you got to watch out for.
All right, so yeah, football's back. It was awesome to see. We have some NBA. Should we talk some NBA free agency? Because the Bulls are back.
What about Campbell?
Yeah, Dan Campbell.
Oh, yeah, Campbell, man Campbell.
He's alpha the entire ranks of every... He's the most football guy to ever coach in the NFL. I think he's starting to blur the line where he's no longer really a football guy. He's just kind of a football.
What do you say?
Yeah. So there was a couple quotes he had, but Kyle Menke tweeted out this morning that Dan Campbell is so fired up for the first day of pads that he just went straight into a story about fighting on the first day of pads when he was a rookie, all in his opening statement. That's not what I'm looking for. That was the point of the story. So he definitely just started talking, like his brain started reminiscing about getting in fights.
Yeah.
And then he had to do the dad thing of but do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, but also wink, wink, please do what exactly I did.
Yes.
And then he had some other comments that he made. Some of the stuff is getting blown a little bit out of proportion, where it's like, oh man, I can't believe that Dan Campbell says that he wants a physical football team.
Oh, well, yeah, I can't believe Dan Campbell likes coffee.
Yeah, no duh. He said, I want to see these guys compete. I want to see these guys get to the point where it is an almost all-out brawl, but there isn't one. If you don't push it almost to that point, you really won't get where you need to get, in my opinion, in this league to be competitive at the highest level. I mean,
love it.
All correct.
Take it to the edge.
From Dan Campbell.
Take it to the edge.
And he did have a great quote. He's so excited about the first day pads. Now we find out who can deliver some punishment and who can take some punishment.
Ooh, we're gonna find out. This is the year of how football guys will do in alpha football guys, I should say, in the NFL, because Dan Campbell and Joe Judge is dealing with it as well, because part of the Giants scrum or fight or melee, whatever you want to call it, they did laps, 100-yard laps, and then he didn't like how everyone did it, so then he made everyone do push-ups. And I feel like that's not going to go over well with a bunch of millionaire athletes.
They went over really well, and remember the Titans?
Yeah.
They got everybody to buy in together.
Yes. Yeah.
Great movie.
What were you going to say, Hank?
PFT watched it for the first time in his life.
Yeah, and he's referenced it a few times.
Well, this is the first time.
Well, in conversation.
Well, Hank asked me about it earlier.
But it will be the same, yeah. It would definitely happen the same.
It will happen the same. I don't know. I think that at some point we're going to get a coach that just doesn't practice. We're going to get a coach eventually who's like, I'm going to get the fastest players and the guys that I think are the best on tape, and then we're just going to study and not ever go out and practice, and we'll see how that works.
That was a former player.
That was the Todd Haley.
NBA.
Remember Todd Haley got mad at Hugh Jackson? He was like, sometime we have to let them practice.
Yep.
And he's like, no, we want to save him. We want to save him. We want to save him. Mm-hmm. That was a meeting of the minds.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackson and Todd Haley talking football.
And then Hugh Jackson being like, listen, we can do things your way, but I'm the head coach, so... Listen, I went 0-16. I think I know what I'm doing.
Listen, when I get fired from this here job, Mike Silver will write something nice about me, and you'll be the bad guy.
Yep.
So we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
How do you want to be remembered in the annals of history?
All right, let's talk some free agency, though, NBA. The Bulls are back. They have gotten very aggressive. Caruso, Lonzo Ball, and now DeMar DeRozan all on the Bulls next year. I'm actually legitimately excited. Caruso is... Are you a little jealous that I get to root for Caruso?
Not at all, because I think that by going to the Bulls, the value of his NFT on the Lakers goes up. They won't be making any more of those.
Good point. The Heat culture, Kyle Lowry, and then Chris Paul got...
PJ Tucker, right?
Oh, yeah, PJ Tucker as well. And then Chris Paul got like $120 million as a 37-year-old. So credit to him.
I think his career earnings are right above $400 million, not $440 million, as inaccurately reported by Darren Ravel.
Stephen Shea got on top of that.
They absolutely nailed him
all night just arguing online. That was a sight to behold. But yeah,
Stephen Shea was right.
Yeah, no, he was right.
Hashtag Shea was right.
Shea was absolutely right. But I don't know. It's weird. Like, at the end of the day, the NBA obviously still comes down to, like, do you have one of the top 5 players in the league? But it is fun to see. Like, I complained a lot about the Garpax situation, and now the new Bulls front office has basically burnt that to the ground as fast as possible, so they deserve a lot of credit.
I also think that I'm going to have to maybe sneaky root for the Lakers a little bit next year.
Melo?
I'm rooting for Melo, and I'm also rooting for the takes to start flying, because when you have that many guys on a team, it's no longer LeBron James' team.
Correct.
I think once they get to the playoffs, it's Melo time, baby.
Yeah, Melo and Westbrook are going to be like, LeBron, sit back, we got this, bro. Andre Drummond, recurring guest, great recurring guest on the Sixers. So you hate him now, Hank?
Yeah.
What are the Celtics done? Anything?
Nothing. The Celtics' priority, I'm just reading this. Mark Murphy just tweeted this. According to a league source, is to retain a salary structure that makes it possible to sign a major player when he comes available, most likely next summer.
That's smart.
So this is literally,
salary
verbal meme is I'm Squidward and everyone else is like signing major players and their teams are getting better, and the Celtics are just staying put and maybe signing Isaiah Thomas, which I'd be happy about. But when he was their star player, they got swept in the Eastern Conference Finals, so it's not like he's going to be the guy to take us to the championship.
Right.
But I love him. He's a great player. It was awesome for the Celtics.
You guys almost had Westbrook, Melo, Dwight Howard. Who else did you almost have?
Kevin Durant a few years ago before he went to the Warriors.
Yeah. Just keep your head in there, Hank.
Lonzo, I would have loved to have.
Dude,
Lonzo.
I love Lonzo. I'm fucking in the big baller
I've been a ball boy for years.
It is crazy. I saw a few people be like, "Well, now you got to deal with LeVar Ball." What?
Yeah,
Wait, LeVar Ball's like not even. He doesn't exist anymore.
It disappeared.
Yeah,
something
that
weird
doesn't
happen
anymore.
There needs to be a serial on what happened to him because I think that like when he got to LA, I'm pretty sure that LeBron was like, "If your dad starts talking, I'm going to trade you immediately."
Yes, and I'm
still
going to trade
did.
you anyway.
Yeah.
No, I think he did that like high school basketball league, and it was like an absolute disaster. That's kind of where I was following, and then all of a sudden there was like reports of it getting sued or like things didn't go the way it was supposed to, and then he kind of disappeared from the limelight.
Well, and also like Lonzo's like 23, 24. Like I think he has a family of his own. I think LeVar's out now. You know, he's in the sidelines.
Another thing that I saw today was that apparently the 76ers are asking for a haul of picks that are similar to what the Nets dealt for. What was it? It was KG and Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
That's what they want for Ben Simmons.
But no one's.
Well,
he's going to be on the Sixers. No one's going to give him anything.
Credit to Ben Simmons. He must listen to this show because he actually has taken some pictures at the gym. Mm-hmm. So good for him. He had his shirt off. Somewhat of a thirst trap. But he was at the gym. Didn't see a video of him shooting a basketball, but it looked like he was going to shoot a basketball.
Do you remember a couple of years ago when he was at a beach somewhere and he had a fish on the end of a fishing pole and he took
the bubble
and he took it off. Oh, that was,
in the bubble. Yeah,
he took the fish off the end of the hook and then tried to throw it in the ocean and he missed the ocean with the fish.
Yes, that is Ben Simmons.
They're gonna get. Someone's got to make an offer at some point for him, right?
I mean, now the Bulls have a super team, so don't want him anymore. But I did at one point talk myself into him.
Yeah. The Blazers might do it.
The Bulls have a super team of just names that you recognize.
That's just as good as anything
starting
else.
Five of like, I know all of these guys. That's good.
If you can just remember all their names throughout the season.
And Caruso. I'm fucking so pumped for that.
Dude,
Lakers fans were really bummed out, which makes it a great signing.
Yeah, Caruso is awesome. Caruso's legitimately, I think, like now a top 5 player in the East.
And weed's legal in Illinois.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, that's good.
So he's good.
He's good. Just don't
go back to Texas. Yeah, actually, our good friend Tom Fernelli tweeted that at him, and he liked it.
Yeah,
he liked saying he liked it on Twitter, being like, "Oh, sick."
Yeah,
I'll be good.
When I told him switch to 3G,
that was my tweet.
He smashed the like on it.
Yeah, that was your tweet, Hank. That was Hank's tweet. It was a good tweet. Hank, do you have your college football preview? Almost ready?
Yeah. Big Ten's coming out next week, I think.
Okay, cool.
And then
cool,
the SEC, there's a lot more things to factor in there because of everything going on.
Big Cat, you want me to tell?
But I'll have a
follow
comprehensive write-up.
He already
soon
does.
enough.
Oh, he does.
So
okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Just wondering. I could tell him. I could double check.
No, he follows me.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited for your previews, Hank.
Thank you.
That's going to be sick.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we got before we get to Hot Seat Cool Throne and then the interviews? And then Mount Rushmore. And then Guys on Chicks. Oh, the Olympics are still going on.
They are. Did you watch the 400-meter hurdles, though? That was an awesome race.
Mondo Duplantis, gold medal pole vaulting. Proved me right.
Yeah. Okay.
If he can do it, I can do it.
Simone Biles, our queen. Bronze.
She's back.
Yep.
She didn't even get
winner.
Bronze?
Bronze. Don't, Hank. Don't.
I've
Do
noticed.
not.
I didn't.
She's our queen.
Thought she was the GOAT.
She's our GOAT.
Not my GOAT.
Tied for most medals in U.S. gymnast history, which shouldn't count because, but bronze shouldn't count as if you get, Michael Phelps has, 23 golds and, 27 medals total. You shouldn't be I'm better than Michael Phelps. You got 28 bronze.
Agreed.
But she's our queen.
I've noticed that the track is extremely fast.
It's also it's been wet. It's been
wet, but the wet almost makes it faster. It makes it slippery. I don't know what's going on, but the track and field. I think that they knew that they had to produce some world records.
Yes.
In order to get some buzz going.
Yes.
I might be really dumb for suggesting this, but if there's no crowd at all, does that mean that there's more oxygen for the people to breathe on the track?
Yeah, probably. This is like my theory about wind in empty NFL stadiums.
Yeah, so they're sucking all the oxygen out.
Yeah.
Normally, but when there's no fans there, it's a richer environment for especially distance runners to be able to breathe more efficiently.
What do we got for altitude in Tokyo?
I think it's pretty low to the ground. I'm not sure. Billy?
I'm pretty sure it's sea level.
You're our altitude
Is
expert.
it sea level or
131 feet,
That's pretty high.
according to Google.
Wait, 131?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking
Average.
high up there, dude.
Average.
That's high. What are you saying? What are you shaking your head for?
That's like basically sea level.
You get up to
like we
131.
might be higher than that right now.
How high are we right now? We're on
33 feet, 98 foot difference.
prove
But like
me
right now is as in like at the office. Like I think we're on a hill.
Oh, on the floor that we're on.
Exactly.
55 feet?
33 versus 131.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Pretty big.
Billy, I'm going to buy you Chick-fil-A after this because I do think it's fucked up. Hank ordered it when you want it.
No,
Everyone
like
knows,
right now we're 3 stories up or
2.
whatever, and it's higher.
Billy, I'm going to get you Chick-fil-A because it's bullshit. Everyone knows you love Chick-fil-A.
Dude, it's not a big deal.
You were mad.
You came in war mode.
Yeah, you did.
You saw that I had Chick-fil-A, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Everybody knows that Billy is like
What?
the second biggest Chick-fil-A fan in the
want
office
some
besides Big T.
fucking Chick-fil-A. All right, let's do Hot Seat Cool Throne. Hot Seat Cool Throne is brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Coors Light is the best beer out there. It is the summer to chill. Hey, listen, summer's almost over. August.
Don't say that.
Summer's almost over.
Lies.
August. 1 month to go. You got to make sure you capture in those moments. You got to chill. Summer always feels like the shortest season, but we need to make the most of it. We all just need to chill as the beer that's made to chill. We want to savor every second of summer. And guess what? Coors Light literally is made to chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged, literally made to chill. It's as crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. Perfect for a moment to unwind this summer. Coors Light, when you crack open a nice cold Coors Light, it feels like the whole world melts away. You're having that moment to chill. You're capturing that moment with friends. So Coors Light is the official beer of slowing down summer because it's a beer that's made to chill. We want you to savor every second of summer. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzy or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Billy, before I order it, do you like spicy or regular?
I already ordered it.
Wow. I was going to order it for you. Hank.
Billy, did you order me anything?
No, when I asked you, you said no, thank you.
Okay, good. That was a test.
Did you order me anything?
I ordered Liam something.
Did you order me anything?
No.
Because you didn't ask me.
Well, you didn't want any.
Yeah, it's true. That was also a test.
My hot seat is John Axford.
Okay.
You guys all know John, the Axeman.
Yeah. Mr. Ford.
He is a pitcher on the Blue Jays that today was traded to the Brewers for $1 single.
What?
$1?
So that's
That's
just
so insulting.
so insulting, tough for the ego. You're a professional athlete, but you're being told that your value is a literal $1.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
John Staxford.
Damn.
So yeah, that's tough.
I feel like why not just
I would probably just retire.
yeah, make it $100. Don't make it $1.
How do you negotiate that in the offseason?
Yeah. That's like the, did you see, I think it was Miles Plumlee, maybe one of the Plumlees, got traded, and he got traded with like the 40th pick for like the 60th pick. It was brutal.
So they're giving him up to go down.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah, that's tough. And then my cool throne is Brendan Fraser.
Oh.
The
is
actor.
He back?
Got cast in Quentin Tarantino's new movie.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Lights, Camera, Barstool, they do their like fake Photoshop thing, and they're obviously big Brendan Fraser people. So when I saw it on Instagram, I was like, this is a classic prank by Jeff D and Ken Jack, and then I looked it up on Deadline, and it's true.
And Trill Ballins.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Rip.
Yeah, we should have him on one last time.
I
He
agree.
wasn't that bad.
He wasn't bad at all. So
Isn't he gone forever?
No.
Yeah, but
not
before
yet.
he leaves.
Not yet.
Oh, he's
Trill Ballins still has 2 weeks left.
Oh.
All right, so we should get him
Maybe
on.
3.
We're going to do it.
Get Trill
We're going to
Ballins
do
back.
it. Maybe you start Grit Week.
Baby names?
I miss you, Trill.
Baby names. Was that what we did with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yosemite.
Shit, Yosemite was
we might
fucking
have
awesome.
we might have to run it back.
Okay.
Brendan Fraser is the greatest actor maybe ever. It's like him and Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Outstanding gentleman.
All right, PFT, your hot seat, cool throat.
My hot seat is Jimmy Garoppolo. Big J, Big Jimmy. Trey Lance got his first reps at 49ers camp today.
Mm-hmm.
And on the third rep, he threw like a 50-yard dime as he was rolling out to his left, jumping in the air, throwing across his body. That's what we call the Zach Wilson throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he completed against a live defense, and all the 49ers beat writers just immediately creamed themselves.
Of course.
And then John Lynch went on Adam Schefter's podcast, said that Jimmy is playing his best football since he's been here, which sounds to me like a general manager pumping a guy up before they send him somewhere else, maybe to a place like Indianapolis.
Interesting.
But
we should talk about that real quick. Not only is Carson Wentz going to get surgery, but so is Quentin Nelson now?
Yeah, it's a foot thing going on out there.
Holy
They got they're dealing with some severe foot injury issues in Indianapolis.
Oh, sorry, Billy, if we took your hot seat, cool throne.
But
I tend to agree with what you just said.
But yeah, so even though Kyle Shanahan going into the season is saying like he can't envision a scenario where Jimmy Garoppolo would not be starting. Or no, he said, I can't envision a scenario where Trey Lance would be the starting quarterback week 1, and this is the same guy that like can very easily imagine killing his quarterback.
Yes.
Like we don't know who's going to be alive tomorrow.
All facts.
Yeah.
All right.
And then my cool throne is Andrew Cuomo.
That was mine.
Your cool throne?
Damn.
Because right when the entire world thought that they had this guy dead to rights, the old nipple rings Casanova of New York put out the greatest apology video of all time, where it just showed him sexually harassing other people.
Yeah, he did. Everyone's like, "Hey, Andrew Cuomo, stop touching everyone." He's like, "Look, I touch everyone."
And we're like,
"Wait, what?"
We know.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
We know
not to touch everyone.
We know that.
I also like that he threw in. I'd never seen this move. You know, people will always be like, "Oh yeah, that's like saying like the old, oh, I have a black friend." He literally did. I touched black people first.
Yeah,
he did it first.
Yeah,
like to just be like, look. I'm not only not a toucher, a sexual assaulter, I'm not racist either. Well, if I were a sexual assaulter, I wouldn't be racist.
Yeah, so you can't say it's not double jeopardy.
Yeah, pick one or the other.
You can also say that like in those pictures he was saying, wait, how are you going to say that I touch people against their consent? I touch like some of my best friends against their consent all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, thank you, Mr. Cuomo. We get it.
How about the idea of like, okay, so they accuse you of something, and your first thought is, I know, I have just the ticket. Someone go find all the pictures, because there's a lot of them, of me touching people. Mm-hmm. Like, that's so many pictures that he got.
Yeah.
And it was probably very easy. I would imagine they were working till like 2 a.m, and Cuomo's like, nope, all right, cut random female number 6, cut little child number 2. Like, that thing was probably 100 minutes long.
Yeah, the amount of pictures that you have to start. They probably has their own hashtag on Instagram, like hashtag Cuomo touched me, and it was weird.
What a fucking weirdo.
He should have just gone with the Italian explanation. Just be like, I'm Italian.
Handsy.
We touch everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
My brother's Fredo.
My nana taught me how to do this.
He actually kind of did that with his... He actually did kind of say that.
Well, that's like, great. Another masterful piece of PR by the expert himself.
He started with his parents being like, this is how my parents and I always like touched each other.
Literally all I had to say was like, this is how we do it in the old country.
Yeah, what a fucking... he just put the evidence out there.
If you look back at his history too, every single time that he does something bad... he just like he'll like legalize weed.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna everything. It's gonna be the purge in New York City.
Yep.
For the next 6 months after what came out today.
Just get everyone on. Thinking about something else. All right. So that was my cool throne as well. My hot seat is the U.S. women's soccer team because they lost and we stink. Also, didn't know because I just don't think about this stuff constantly. Didn't know that they were hated by some people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because I tweeted about like, oh, we suck at soccer now, and there were a lot of people who were like, serves them right. I was like, for what? And then I guess I just missed a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, so it's people that spend a ton of time online have very strong opinions one way. Either the U.S. women's national team is like the perfect embodiment of everything that is female in America,
right? Or
they are literally Satan, right, and working to destroy the government.
I was just joking because I joke about soccer, and no one should care about soccer that much.
Here's my analysis. is our women's team's golden generation is coming to an end, and our men's team golden generation has just begun. I always love the golden generation discussion when it relates. It's like one team at a time can have a golden generation. Belgium had theirs.
They're still going.
They're still going?
A little bit.
They've really won a lot, so it's a good thing they were anointed golden generation.
France has one now.
Portugal was one that had their golden generation in the early 2000s.
Yep.
They've won every international tournament ever.
Yep.
So now it's our turn. The USA's golden generation is just getting started.
Hell yeah, we are. All right, Jake, your hot seat, cool throne?
Hot seat is Twitter fleets. They're gone.
Good.
They lasted less
never
than a
used
year.
them. Dumbest thing ever.
I used them occasionally, and I haven't for like 2 months.
Never used it. Used it one time the first time, and then never used it again.
Yeah.
So dumb.
They still have like the Fleets version on Instagram right now, and they've got the stories,
and then people use stories.
They still use those. Then they also have the Fleets version on Facebook, which is like Facebook stories. But there is no bigger indication of pre-crime than if somebody that you follow on Facebook is actively updating their Facebook stories.
Yeah. And then cool throne is animals on the field. We had a cat on the loose at Yankee Stadium. I feel like
saw that.
Everyone can rally together about an animal on the field.
Agreed.
Like everyone just loves it. Doesn't matter what's happening in the game, if it's a blowout, if it's close.
True.
It's a fun distraction from the Yankees being a COVID disaster too.
Yeah. And trading for Anthony Rizzo and not getting into the playoffs.
They're like 3 games out of the wild card.
Was Kevin Harlan on the call?
No, but he usually is.
I hope for Anthony's sake
good
they
for that
do,
once
because
a
I
year.
love Anthony Rizzo, but I'm just going to say it right now. He doesn't deserve to be with those bums.
All right. We'll see.
I'm bitter. I'm very bitter. Oh, by the way, the breakup between the Cubs and Jed Hoyer, or the Cubs and the 3 guys that got traded, is getting ugly. So they're doing like a he said, we offered him a shitload of money, and they're like, no, none of you offered anything, so it's going to be bad.
And the Celtics almost had him.
Yeah. Anthony Rizzo, yeah. Billy, your hot seat, cool throne.
My hot seat is airplane travelers. We had 2 viral videos recently. One was just your standard airplane fight over a reclining seat. The second one, there was a guy who allegedly got really boozed up on the plane, took his shirt off, started going nuts, assaulted 2 flight attendants, and then ended up in the classic duct tape to the seat. It was a pretty crazy video if you check it out. He was
screaming like, my parents have $2 million.
Yeah.
That's not... Like, that's a lot of money, but it's also not like... I feel like if you're trying to get out of jail for free, your parents have to have like $50 million.
I think that's fuck you money on Frontier Airs.
Yeah.
But it's not fuck you money if you're on Delta.
Yeah.
Or JetBlue.
I mean, again, it's a lot of money, but it's also like, that doesn't... I don't think $2 million is where you go around nosing your thumb... And it's not even your money; it's your parents' money.
Right. So also, it's important to note that they arrested the guy after they landed, and then they suspended the flight attendants that duct taped him. Which I hope it's with pay, because that would be the best reward of your life if you worked for Frontier Airlines as a flight attendant and they told you to stay home for 2 months while they still paid you.
Yep.
That would be
incredible.
I hope that's what they're doing to reward, because that kid deserved to get duct taped to the seat.
And your cool throne?
My cool throne was U.S. Soccer winning the CONCACAF Cup, but my second cool throne is the plague. Turns out there's a bunch of chipmunks around Lake Tahoe that all have the plague and shut down parts of the lake.
That's bad.
That's not good.
So the plague.
So what is the plague, Billy?
It is actually a parasitical infection that goes from fleas to rodents to humans at some points. So it's the source of the Black Death.
Yeah, so the rats and rodents that got blamed for the Black Death probably got the worst deal of all time, because they weren't the ones that were responsible. It was fleas that were on a bunch of other stuff. Everyone thought it was rats.
So we just need to get the rats anti-flea stuff.
Dude, I saw a rat that was dead on the sidewalk that was like... it looked like he had just gotten concussed. And he was
fencing
just dead.
Reflex?
Yeah, it was
Speaking
bad.
of dead animals, should we talk about Larry?
Not dead?
Well, he's not dead.
That was a scary moment yesterday,
Yeah,
though.
Frank just killed Larry for about 2 minutes.
He just said, rest in peace, Larry the Goldfish.
He's Hulkaniac, yeah. All right, let's get to Calvin Johnson, Hall of Famer.
Before we get to Calvin Johnson, I want to talk to you about our great friends over at Cross Country Mortgage. Cross Country Mortgage is much like us at Barstool. They are a people-first group of people. They're dedicated to the fundamentals of mortgage lending, which results in a fast, convenient, and less stressful home financing or refinancing experience. Rates are unbelievably low right now. Don't pay the bank more money than you need to. Our friends at Cross Country Mortgage make it super simple to figure out how much you can save on a monthly basis and over the lifetime of your loan. The numbers can be staggering. If you don't know how much you can save, you should talk to the people at Cross Country Mortgage. Talk to an expert. Figure it out. You can learn more if you go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool, and you're going to learn about your future home buying experience, or you can learn how to refinance your current mortgage, see if you can save some money. Just like an all-star athlete, Cross Country Mortgage pushes themselves through the entire lending process. If they get blocks, they figure out ways around to get the ball over the line. They're a friend that you want in your corner. You could save hundreds of dollars. You could save thousands of dollars. You could save tens of thousands. You might even save hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on what your rates are over the lifetime of your loan. You can use that money to work for you in other places. So again, go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool. Learn more about your future home buying experience, or you can refinance your current mortgage. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, all loans subject to underwriting approval. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Love you guys.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is NFL Hall of Famer, as of this upcoming weekend, Calvin Johnson from the Detroit Lions. Calvin, thank you for joining us. Your big weekend is coming up. First of all, congrats. I mean, we saw the video. We've had David Baker on. I'd have to imagine, even though you kind of knew it was coming, it had to still be like a moment like, holy shit, this is incredible.
Well, shoot, man. When he knocked on the door, I had no idea it was coming. We knew at some point I'd get in there, but, to get it in first ballot, it's a hell of an honor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you had an amazing career. Some people, myself included, would say that I think you're the best wide receiver to ever play the game. Whoa. Have you thought about that? Have you taken the time to think about what you were able to accomplish in the years that you were playing and kind of figure out for yourself how that stacks up against everybody else?
I appreciate it. I can just say, like, when I came in, I just wanted to kind of take some of the best attributes of the guys that I watched before me play and just put it all into one package. That's really all I wanted to do, and just make an all-around complete receiver, and I feel like I was able to accomplish that. So
as one of the greatest receivers of all time, I have to ask you, do you know what a catch is?
You would think not, right? I mean, goodness gracious, I feel like I've had like 3 of those instances happen over my career, but that main one was in Chicago. Yeah, that was highway robbery right there. Oh man, I always want to think about that.
I thought it was kind of messed up that they called it the Calvin Johnson rule after the fact, because they ended up changing the rule that would have made that catch a touchdown. And then, if anything, if they call something the Calvin Johnson rule, it should be kind of like the other way around. But now they just name it after you, and everybody else gets to have a touchdown, but your very obvious reception in the end zone still didn't count.
No, right? I was like, but hey, you can go back and throw that on the stat sheet. I won't mind. That's all good.
Yeah. So your speech coming up on Saturday night, or it might be Sunday because I know they're split.
Sunday.
Yeah, you know that you only have 8 minutes. David Baker told us that they're playing people off this year. Do you have your speech down? Are you ready to roll with it?
Yeah, I'm good to go. It came up the first time I did it was like 10 minutes, and I had to cut 2 minutes off of it. It's tough to squeeze like all your football life into 8 minutes. They wanted it at 6, but they said they'll give us up to 8. And it's going to be tough. I feel like I'm going to leave people out, but I'm going to do the best I can. So your entire football life, what would you say was like the year that you realized, like, this is something I'm going to be really, really good at? Oh, you talking about like going back to like maybe college? Like, when I'm in high school, you're still learning. You don't know. When you go to college, you don't know what's out in front of you. But when I got thrown in the fire, they literally threw me in the fire like my first day of training and camp at Georgia Tech. And I don't think it was the first day, but that second game I played, against Clemson, I had like 3 tugs and big game, 100 and something yards. Nationally televised show. I knew at that point right there, I'm like, okay, we got some potential here.
Yeah, that's got to be a pretty sick feeling to be like, okay, this is a little different. I can do this. Now your speech, obviously, I mean, are you going to mention the Lions? I don't know. There's people in the organization you're going to thank, I'd assume, but it's a little bit of a touchy subject. Are you how are you going to navigate that portion of the speech?
I was talking to Brad Golly here in Detroit a little while ago. I told him, my mom told me when I was a kid, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. So
okay.
I'm gonna stick by that, and I will represent. I've definitely got some teammates and coaches that so much respect for that I play with there in Detroit. So no, I look forward to at the end of the day, just really, trying to, thank all those people in 8 minutes.
Okay, so speaking of your teammates, will you be thanking our good friend Tony Scheffler? Because I think you should.
Tony, man, cool cat, man. One of the coolest girls we played with. One of the most interesting cats to play with. Great tight end as well. So,
yes.
If you talk to him, tell him I said hello.
Okay, all right, but you got to thank him. I need you to thank him on your speech. Just throw him in there. There's got to be a portion of your speech where you can toss a name in there. Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Okay, all right, perfect. Thank you. That's all I ask.
Have you, when you were posing for the bust that they were making, were you trying to do like a certain particular face? Were you conscious of the fact that the way that my face is right now is going to be frozen in time forever inside that hallway?
Yeah, man. Ben Hammond was my guy that was sculpting me. Let me show you right here. I got a nice little picture when he was at the house here.
Oh, okay. Nice. Of you getting sculpted.
He actually came to the house to sculpt me. And, I was very concerned because, I was like, dang, like, what's my face going to look like? I don't want to be too serious. I don't want to be just smiling. I just want to be like a focused look. So we'll see how it looks when it comes out. But last time I saw it, it actually looked pretty dang good.
Is it like I don't really know how you'd put it into words, but we'll never be in a spot where it's like, something like this, like a Hall of Fame of a major sport, of anything to this level. Has it hit you yet that like you will, for lack of a better term, like live on forever? Like people will go to Canton, they'll walk through. I've been there, you see the bus, and there's Calvin Johnson. Like, have you been able to like grasp that mentally?
I've been in Canton one time. This Coach Schwartz took us like 2010 or something like that when we were playing like Cleveland, and I remember sitting there thinking, man, this got to be a hell of a feeling just to walk through here, like hair raising, just to see your statue sitting amongst all the greats that you watched before you, man. I think that after the day after, when I go back through there, after it's all said and done and it's up there, I'll probably be overcome with emotion, honestly. Like kind of like when David Baker knocked on my door that day.
Yeah, yeah.
This is going to be a tough question. I'm going to warn you before I ask it that you might not. Well, I'll let you feel how you want to answer it in the moment, but it's a doozy. If I come to your door right now and I have a check for $40 million in my hand, and I say, Calvin, I'd like you to play for the Kansas City Chiefs for one season. $40 million guaranteed.
What am I playing? DB coach? I'll punt. Let me know what you need me to do.
You're going to be
coach, whatever. I'll do it all.
You're going to be playing. You'll play X receiver. Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
$40 million. Do you do it?
That's easy, man. I'm out of retirement. They paying $40 million for a year. Sure. But nah, man. And fun. I mean, sure. I mean, that's a hell of an offer. I mean, hell, play with a Super Bowl champ. Heck yeah, that's cool. But I don't think my body would agree with me, though.
At what point, though, were you like, all right, I'm officially, because you retired a little early. Barry Sanders was the same way, where you still had something left, I would assume. So, like a year or two after, if someone had called, you would have been like, okay, I could probably do this. At what point were you like, all right, I'm officially retired. I probably can't do this. Like, just enough time has passed.
No, I would have to say, it wasn't long after I finished playing. I knew. I mean, like I said, I knew I was done, but the year before I was done. That last year I played, I didn't really want to be out there half the time. The body was just hurting so much; it just wasn't fun to be out there. But after I got done playing, like I was doing, say I'm doing my camps and stuff like that during the off season, not the off season, but just like my foundations camps. Like I said, I'm literally out there showing these kids how to do a drill. And the next morning, I feel like I played a full-out football game, and that's just because I don't have anything more elasticity in my ankles and stuff like that. So any little impact, it's just inflammation off the beat, right off the stat. Just put it like that. So like I say, the pain that comes with that, those things you can't get to your regular routine. You can't do your regular practice routine. Quality of life is suffering at that point because you're walking around in pain every day. It's just not fun. So that's why the change came.
Yeah, so that's definitely a great answer, and an answer that I don't think most fans realize, because I definitely am like Calvin Johnson could go out and get 200 yards like on the first week of the NFL season.
I wish.
I mean, we think like that, though.
There's nothing that you can say to me that would actually change my mind about that.
Yeah. It was nice what you said about the pain and everything, but come on. You're a superhero.
Like, I understand why it's physically not possible, but once I see you wearing the uniform and you got like the visor on, it's like, okay, he's going to get 250 and 2 touchdowns today. That's Calvin Johnson.
I see myself in that uniform. I might think I could do it too until I take that first cut.
Yeah. So real quick, let's talk about your company, Primitive, which you're wearing right now. So you spoke openly after your retirement that you use cannabis to help with the pain. A lot of people are becoming a lot more enlightened to that these days. Michigan, obviously. So what are you doing with your company that's helping athletes or people in general with cannabis use and also just trying to recover from injuries?
Yeah, I mean, we formed Primitive. Start with the name Primitive. We call it Primitive because it's the original medicine. It's the most primitive form of medicine. I mean, there's other plant medicines out there, but just take it for that. It's the early form of medicine that obviously over the last couple hundred years we haven't been able to use because of restrictions or whatnot put in place. But we're here to literally lift the stigma off of this thing and show the healing powers of the plant. And that's what gets taken away from it when you just hear about cannabis or marijuana or just weed. We're just trying to elevate everything about the plant, from the vernacular to just the professionalism in the industry. And how do we do it? Like I say, by highlighting the healing powers of the plant and being innovative in the industry. Not, obviously, yes, we want to grow great cannabis. We grow good cannabis, really good cannabis. But we want to create innovative products, new things that will bring people to the table. It's like, okay, I'm able to see the healing powers of this. And this ain't just, smoking weed. Yeah, we want to smoke weed and have fun. But at the same time, we want to find a way to help people's quality of life.
Yeah, That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's about time that people come around and realize that there are healthier ways of dealing with pain than taking opiates or taking certain prescriptions. If you can manage it using things like cannabis, it's way safer. I don't think that in the history of modern civilization there's been an overdose on cannabis. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the worst that happens is you just fall asleep for a long time and you get a little bit confused. That's about it. Right?
Funny thing, I had a friend that's a state trooper in Georgia. He's over 30 years. All my years, I've never seen anybody really getting any kind of big bad trouble, accident, or anything like that from cannabis. It's always prescription pills and alcohol.
Yeah. And what's been going on the last 25, 30 years in America with prescription pills has been very tough to watch. And so I feel like anything that can get somebody off of that type of medication and using something that's more manageable, something that you can do realistically for a longer period of time, I think is a really great cause. So that's cool that you're doing that.
I mean, speaking of opioids there, I mean, it was easy to get access to all that stuff when I got to the league. That's why they had a hard stance, probably like halfway through my career, 11, 12, somewhere in there, where they really was like, okay, we got to stop the access that our guys have to all these opioids, because by that time it had been a pandemic in the whole United States. And I mean, obviously I saw that, and my whole thing going to the league was trying to have a holistic way of being.
Yeah,
things derived of the earth, from going to my body. Cannabis is derived of the earth.
Yes,
I've always wondered about that with the Toradol shots that you hear about, and you can only get a certain amount of those per year. What does that feel like if you get a pain blocking shot like that? Does it feel actively? Do you feel better overall, or is it just like a numb feeling?
You ever play that game? You feel great. That sharp pain that you're getting every time you took that jab or that breakdown. It kind of, you gloss over that when you take the Toradol, so you're able to push through the pain and be able to play. But over time, taking that stuff too much, is not good for your system. I think it's really bad for your kidneys, I think.
Yeah. Can we talk real quick about Matt Stafford? So he is everyone's favorite story this offseason. It's the idea that Sean McVay is going to unleash Matt Stafford. He's playing for the Rams. In your mind, is Matt Stafford Hall of Fame caliber? You are a Hall of Famer yourself. You played with him. I've always said that his numbers will be there. Do you think that at the end of his career he'll have a decent chance or case to make it to Canton?
It all depends how much longer Matthew intends to play, and if he gets that ring while he's out there. If he goes out there and lights it up and has consecutive on top, 3, 4, 5 consecutive winning seasons, even if he don't win a Super Bowl, I think he has a chance. Dude has a cannon like I haven't seen. I mean, I got 3 broken fingers to, to say that, but he, the accuracy that I've seen that this guy display, obviously he has the gun. Everybody knows that. I think that him being somewhere where he wants to be out there in Cali, he spent a lot of time out there in his off season. He's where he want to be at. So I think that his play is going to reflect that, hopefully. So as long as he stays healthy, I give the guy a shot.
Yeah, and he's a tough guy. Like I remember that clip, that game when he dislocated his shoulder, I think, and came back in.
Separated
his shoulder and came back in and had the winning touchdown. Yeah, I mean, he's a tough player.
I also noticed you called him Matthew. Would he be upset if you heard us calling him Matt?
You know what? I forget. I think back in the day, I don't know, it was way back. My wife was like, I don't know if Matthew likes being called Matt. I'm like, really? I've been calling him Matt ever since I met him. He never say nothing. I was like, all right, whatever. His name is Matthew, so I'm gonna call him by his name.
I think if
I just call him Staff. Really, once it's just me, I just say Staff.
Yeah. Was there is there like a noticeable difference between catching a ball from Matt Stafford and catching a ball from any of the other guys that you played with?
100%. 100%. Obviously the accuracy, but he's gonna put it on your chest. Matthew's gonna hit you with it, and obviously nobody else had the kind of velocity that Matthew threw with. I told Matthew, I tell him to relax, because if you see him in practice, he's always stands with his right fist just clenched, like as hard as you can. I'm like, dude, that's why you throw the damn ball so hard, because you never relax your hands. So if you ever see him in LA, you'll probably spot him with his hands, with his fist balled up.
Yeah. Do you think playing your entire career with the Lions, do you think the refs have it out for the Lions?
Man, many times I thought that. I was sitting here like, hey, that call just didn't make any sense, and nothing happened there. And I don't know how many times I've said that, but I don't know. I don't want to say that and be wrong, but everybody felt like that in Detroit.
Yeah.
It's hard not to feel like that.
Yeah, there's some very famous moments. There's some primetime games. Would you guys say that in the locker room? Like, what the fuck is going on? Why is it
one of the worst calls? One of the worst calls was the Thanksgiving game we played against the Texans. And the running back was what's his name? I forget, but he ran. He literally fell on his butt, got up and ran to the end zone. He kept running. Everybody on our team, the play's over. He fell down, and the referees they said we couldn't review the play and that it stood as a touchdown, even though they were wrong. And we lost the game because of it on Thanksgiving. So yeah, they got it out for us.
Sometimes it wasn't just bad calls. It was you were also victims of the most obscure parts of the rule book constantly. What? Rules that was scary. Yeah. Rules that you never hear about growing up playing football, but somehow it's like the refs they check under the hood, then they flip to the very back of the rule book, put their glasses on, they're like, here, this one right here, this is what they did wrong on this one. It's
haven't used this one in a while.
Yeah, exactly. They use you as a test case scenario for a lot of them.
Yeah. I think it is. There are definitely moments where you're like, I think the Lions might be sneaky cursed here, because there's some things that happen and you're like, this makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, everybody uses the word curse. There's definitely some bad energy, I guess, there when it comes to them.
To put it we're not going to say anything that you don't. Yeah. If you don't have anything nice,
be nice.
Say,
we're going to all be nice.
Yeah.
I was looking back over your career stats. You had 329 yards in a game. What the hell? 329 yards. At that point, did you feel like football was easy to you?
You know what, man? When Matthew and I are on the same page, man, we could feel it. It got easy. Because we knew what we were going to do. We practiced it all week. And I'm telling you, we practice like crazy. We're running miles a day, but we're at the same time, it's building muscle memory so that when it gets to game time, everything's transferable. Anything you do on the practice field happens on the game field. So, yes.
After the first 250 yards, did you expect, hey, maybe they'll start double teaming me or triple? They're going to stop me. I can't possibly keep going.
We knew going to that game that Brandon Carr, he's real physical. We knew he was going to play some one-on-one, so we knew that we're going to have a chance to get off. But after that first slant that I took to the other side of the field, man, we knew we were going for 200 at that point, but never would have thought it would have been 3.
Yeah.
I'm watching this play right now. It's actually titled "Worst Call in NFL Thanksgiving History." It's a really bad call. I forgot about it.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
His elbow
really
and
bad.
His knee were down, and they weren't able to review it. And he just stood up and ran 70 yards for the touchdown.
The referees just did the right thing. Just hey, we screwed up. this is the call. Like, and nobody would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was insane.
How did you manage that, like figuring out when you were going to eat on Thanksgiving? I'm always curious when I see the players out there because I'm always stuffing my face. I'm usually 3 glasses of Pinot Grigio deep by that point. But how do you just not eat Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving?
You know, I can't do. Like, you just don't know, man. Like, when that game, that clock, like in the fourth quarter, you know, you're like, boy, I can't wait to get home and get some of that dressing, get some of that fried turkey. Boy, you just don't know. Some of them greens. I look forward to Thanksgiving meal because my dad or my family's here. They'll cook it up, man. Yeah, I always look forward to that.
Yeah. So one of your coaches, Jim Caldwell, did he ever like smile or even break character? Because I thought he did a press conference once where he basically had to like put to bed the rumors that he was dead. And I just like his face, something about it. It just was always the same, no matter what. Did you guys ever say like,
That's
hey
so
man,
funny.
just because everyone who played for him loves him and he seems like a really nice guy, but he really just had no facial expressions whatsoever.
That's so funny because I see it differently because we had a little leadership council. We met with them and, you know, we got to see him laugh and stuff. So that's so funny because I guess it's just a different perspective. You know, I'm used to seeing him laugh and kiki. You know, he was a man that never cursed. You know, I'm trying to think, like, did I ever hear him curse? Like, I don't know if I might have heard him say like shit one time, but he was not a man that cursed. So, but on the sideline on game day, I know that face you're talking about. I can picture it right now.
Yes.
Wait, no, he was a high character guy, man, and he had all of us playing as if like, you know, he's a father figure. You know, the kind of guilt that you get from your dad, you know, when you do something wrong. You know, it's easy for him to, you know, leave that kind of guilt on you just by looking at you like with a little shake of the head, like, you know, and that's all you need to say. You're like, okay, I got it together, coach.
This is the difference between playing in the NFL and just watching the NFL because that's all we think about is like, hey, is Jim Caldwell alive? Like, we know he's standing there, but what's going on? Like, does he have a pulse? But obviously, you know him a lot better.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Yeah, I had a lot of time thinking about that. Too much time thinking about.
You had another
great man, great coach too.
You had another coach, Jim Schwartz, who just like all-time fiery guy. He always seemed like he wanted to, like the exact opposite personality. Like he always wanted to fight, if not the other team, then like some of the guys on your own team at any given time. Did you ever butt heads with him?
No, I didn't really butt heads with Jim too much, man, because I'm always about my business, doing what I got to do. So we didn't have any problem. But it was hilarious to watch him, like, when he get pissed off because he is a firecracker. Like, he would go all in. He would dig you. He would chew you out. He'll chew a ref out. The other team, and on game day, yeah, he's fired up. Like, he's ready to whoop somebody's butt. Like, I would love to put him in pass. He might run into somebody and fall down, but he's gonna give it a good effort.
What happened after the famous Harbaugh incident? What happened in the locker room? You guys like, hey, coach, what happened out there, dude? Like, you good?
What happened that game? I remember, after the game, it was like a little like shuffle or something.
Yeah,
like
they
that,
were kind of chest bumping each other.
Like
a little something. Yeah, a little extra juice. Like I think Harbaugh slapped him on the back a little bit, and then Schwartz slapped him back. And shout out Bobby Lang hopping in there.
Petty. It's so petty because I know Schwartz, and it seems like Harbaugh could get a little petty too sometimes. So it's like they had something going there. It was pretty funny. It was very interesting to me.
Yeah.
It was laughable. Yeah.
The other thing that Schwartz had, which, again, this is going to sound weird to you because you played the game and we just watched the game, but whenever he got really excited, he had very perky nipples through his shirt. He really did.
What?
Yeah. No, he was nipping out all the time. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
It wasn't. It wasn't just the nipples. He had like very, very triangular breasts.
This is where we've gone sideways, Calvin. I don't know if you
like. He's strong.
This portion of the interview,
Calvin. He's a strong. He's a pretty fit guy for an older guy.
Every time I look at these old game films, you have to look at this man's chest.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, is Jim Caldwell alive? And what the hell is going on with Jim Schwartz's nips?
He's got triangular pecs that. It accentuates the nipple.
Yes. Strong guy.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
So I'm reading up about the Thanksgiving Day missed call, and the reason that they took that, or that the touchdown stayed on the board, is because Jim Schwartz, he got too excited in the moment. He threw the challenge flag. Scoring plays are always reviewed automatically, and there was a rule in place that if a coach throws a challenge flag on a play that's going to be reviewed anyways, they're not allowed to challenge it. which is a rule that
is
makes
some bull. That is some bull.
That rule makes absolutely no sense at all. But and I think the Lions were the only ones that ever got victimized by it. I'm sorry.
That's a bull, man. I didn't even know that. Okay, that was the actual see. I remember now. He did throw the flag, but you said because he threw the flag and it was a reviewable play, they kind of canceled it out, so you can't review it. That's so stupid.
Makes no sense.
Yes, makes no sense.
Oh my goodness.
So PFT obviously talked about the game that you had over 300. What was in your mind the game that you were like, your perfect game, the game that no one could touch you, and you were just in the zone?
When we played in Oakland, I didn't have a lot of one-on-one battles, but I had a good one here. And we played Oakland 2011 maybe. It's for us to keep our playoff spot. Started slow, but we ended up coming back to win the game, to stay in the playoff hunt. I had like 200 yards and the game-winning touchdown. So that's probably my favorite, because it's always fun to do it away. It's even more fun doing it at home, is to have a big game away to shut up the crowd. That's probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So you had 9 catches, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 51-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Big game.
Whew.
Was there any cornerback that you matched up against and you were like, this guy gives me the most trouble?
I give you 2 guys. When I first came in the league, nobody liked playing Al Harris. We played him twice a year. Roy Williams at the time, he always hated playing Al. And I didn't know nothing about Al until I heard Roy talking about him the week before we played him. He's like, man, all he does is put his hands in your face. The referee let him get away with it, yada, yada, yada. And lo and behold, I'm thinking like, okay, well, I ain't got to worry about that. You're the number 1 receiver. You got his ass. Lo and behold, halfway through the game, they switches over to myself, and I got a good taste of like, okay, if this is how it is, this is the battle I got to do at the line of scrimmage. This is how I got to tailor myself to this is who I got to play against on a weekly basis, or twice a year. I gotta. This. He was the the one that I not modeled my game after. But as far as the aggressiveness that I came with, the fight at the line of scrimmage, it was all tailored after playing against Al Harris, because I knew, the fight and nastiness that I had to come with. And then after that, I had to say Pat Peterson, because he's the best athlete I've seen over there as a cornerback, hands down.
Interesting. All right, I have one last question. Rowback question. Use code PFT on rowback.com for 20% off your first purchase. RHOBACK.com, code PFT. They make the best performance polos and the only performance polos we wear. And for our guest today, we'd like to gift you a Rowback Performance Q-Zip on us. You posted a picture of you and Barry Sanders just having a talk. It says words of wisdom that I'll never take for granted. When you and Barry Sanders get together, do you guys just like sigh? Do you just like, oh man, like the Lions?
Yeah, it happens, already. But, yeah, man. I mean, it comes up. I mean, me and Barry don't get to spend a whole lot of time together, but whenever we are together, it's just we don't even really talk about the Lions. But when we were at that Rocket Mortgage, we were at that event. It came up, but at the end of the day, it's two of the best. Getting to kick it, man. I got me a picture of that. Those are valuable moments.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He's got a great laugh too. Whenever Barry starts laughing, everybody else in the room.
Yes,
I had to tell Barry, like, hey man, you got to smile for my picture, bro. Like, you ain't, because he don't be smiling all the time.
He never smiles. I remember I did a whole blog about it like 5 years ago. I was like, what's up with Barry Sanders? He doesn't smile in any pictures.
I think you should slip him some primitive. Like a couple edibles.
Yeah, he's smiling.
Just get him cheesing out.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, well, Calvin, this has been awesome. Good luck with your speech. Remember, Tony Scheffler, just throw that in there. Just slip it in there. There's got to be a portion of your speech where you just start listing off names.
I do.
Get Tony Scheffler in there. He's a good teammate.
He was great. I love Tony, man. He was so cool.
All right. Thank you so much, Calvin. Really, really appreciate it.
No problem. Good time.
All right,
have a good one, man.
See ya.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That interview was brought to you by our great friends over at Noom. A lot of times you can face pressure on yourself. You have to fit other people's expectations. You can be dealing with some issues that are making it harder for you to get into the shape that you want to be in. A lot of times if you tried new diets, they can crash. A lot of times if you try new diets, you feel like you're not in a good place mentally as you're going through the diet itself. And then after the diet's over, you put on all the weight that you just lost. When it comes to losing weight, there's a ton of pressure out there to label foods good or bad. that can create unnecessary dilemmas. Well, Noom is here to change how we see food with a psychology-based approach that looks at what you eat, but also how you eat. Instead of making you feel guilt or regret, Noom empowers you to keep going. You don't need rules to lose weight, just the knowledge and wisdom to help you build smarter, more sustainable habits. Noom has a cognitive behavioral approach that helps you unlearn bad habits and better understand your relationship with food, because one size doesn't fit all. Choose your goals, and Noom is going to personalize a weight loss program to you. 80% of Noom users finish the program, and over 60% have stuck with their goals for at least a year. Those are great numbers. A lot of times, if you try a crash diet, you're not touching those numbers. Even if you do achieve your goals, guess what? That weight is just going to come right back on because you don't change your mental aspect. You don't need those rules. You need the knowledge. You need the wisdom to help you make smarter, more sustainable habits, and Noom is here to help you with that. All you need is a daily 10-minute check-in. There's no grueling early mornings or big chunks out of your day. Start building better habits for healthier long-term results. Sign up for your trial at Noom.com/take. That's NOOM.com/take.
What?
I just get like anxiety now before Mount Rushmore. I just I'm in a slump.
I'm shell shocked.
Something tells me you're going to turn your season around right now.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Keep this in.
This is the start of Hank's Championship DVD.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to do the Mount Rushmore of cartoons you want to get fucked up with. So party with, fucked up with, whatever. However you like to party. That's what you were going to do with these cartoons.
Get weird.
Get weird. Hank, you just heard, is got anxiety.